Hello students, in this video I'd like to discuss a topic called lower bound for sorting by comparison of keys. So we have now introduced several algorithms that can sort n numbers in O of n log n. Merge sort and heap sort achieve this upper bound in worst case, whereas in quicksort we achieve it in average case. That we already studied merge sort and heap sort. The worst case complexity is n log n, but in case of quicksort it is n square. In these algorithms, sorted order is determined by comparison between input elements. Such algorithms are called comparison sorts. So all the algorithm we studied for sorting is actually work based on comparison of two elements. The basic operation is comparison of two elements. That means algorithms insertion sort, bubble sort, selection sort, merge sort, heap sort and quick sort, everything follows this comparison sort method. In a comparison sort, we use only comparison between elements to gain order information about an input sequence A1, A2 up to An. That is, given two elements A less than Aj, A less than or equal to Aj, A equal to Aj, A greater than or equal to Aj, or A greater than Aj to determine their relative order. That's less than operator, less than or equal to operator, equal to operator, greater than or equal to, greater than. These are the comparison operators. Based on these operators, we are arranging two elements. That is the basic operation. So here in this video, I am trying to prove any comparison sort algorithm requires at least omega of n log n comparison in worst case. That at least is called lower bound. So next is the decision tree model. So this tree model is used to prove that theorem. Comparison sorts can be viewed abstractly in terms of decision trees. A decision tree is a binary tree in which internal node represent binary decision, leaf represent output, root to leaf path represent algorithm execution, path length represent running time, height of the tree represent worst case running time. So I will try to explain decision tree with the help of an example. That I have three distinct numbers A1, A2 and A3. I am going to sort this A1, A2 and A3. So first I will compare A1 and A2. So you just imagine A1 is less than A2. So I have to make this decision. I have to compare A1 and A3. If A1 is greater than A3, what's the meaning? A3 is the smallest. A3 is the smallest. So I can come to a conclusion that A3 is the smallest. We come to this point after comparing A1 and A2. So next A1 will come, next A2 will come. So with these two comparison, I came to the conclusion A1 less than A2, A1 greater than A3. I got a sequence. So if these two conditions are satisfied, this is the output sequence. A3 will be smaller, next element is A1, next A2. You just imagine the other case. If A1 is less than A3, then I will compare with A2 and A3. If A2 is less than A3, I will get this sequence. Here A1 is already less than A3, then again A2 is also less than A3. So here I will get A1, A2 and A3. Similarly, you can understand all other decision making. How many leaves are here? Here we have 6 leaves. How many inputs are there? 3 inputs. So actually here we are arranging these 3 elements. In how many ways I can arrange 3 elements? In 3 factorial ways I can arrange 3 elements. So when we arrange 3 distinct elements in 3 factorial ways, one of that combination will be a sorted sequence. So how to reach in that sorted sequence? We have to make some decisions. So try to understand this diagram. So next is the theorem. Any comparison sort algorithm requires omega of n log n comparison in worst case. Consider a decision tree of height h with L leaves. Since each of the n factorial permutation of the input appears as some leaves, we have n factorial less than or equal to L. So what is L? Number of leaves. We have n elements. So We can arrange these n elements in n factorial ways. In the previous slide we already discussed the outputs will be represented as leaves. So I can write n factorial less than or equal to L. Since a binary tree of height h has no more than 2 raised to h leaves, we have L less than or equal to 2 raised to h. This is another property. If the binary tree is of height h, then the number of leaves possible is maximum of 2 raised to h. So I can write L less than or equal to 2 raised to h. So from 1 and 2 I can write n factorial less than or equal to L less than or equal to 2 raised to h. So we already studied the height of the tree represent worst case running time. Suppose I am sorting 3 elements and the correct output sequence is A2, A3, A1. So how I came to the decision? First I compared A1 and A2, then I compared A2 and A3, then I compared A1 and A3. So I have to make 3 decisions. So if the correct output is A3, A2, A1, I have to make only 2 decisions. So the maximum decisions I have to make is equal to height of the tree. Height of this tree is actually 3. 1, 2, 3. You just take logarithm on both the sides and just discard L. What is log of 2 raised to h? It is h. H greater than or equal to log of n factorial. So I have h and also I have log of n factorial. I hope you remember this graph. This graph is similar to big omega notation. H is greater than log n. So here what is the worst case running time? H. So from the graph I can write h equal to omega of n log n. Log n factorial is nothing but n log n. It's a standard mathematical form. Log n factorial can be written as n log n. So from this condition, based on the definition of omega notation, I can write h equal to omega of n log n. What is h? Height of the tree represent worst case running time. That means if any comparison algorithm to sort a sequence in worst case, we need a minimum time of n log n. This is all I want to share in this video. Thank you.